On February 25th, students and faculty congregated for the second annual Earth U Sustainability and Diversity Mentorship Dinner, held at the Marriott Library at the University of Utah. This dinner focused on creating conversations about the sustainability of the world around us by bringing people of different backgrounds and majors together. The keynote speaker for the night was Dr. Nalini Nadkarni, a well-known University of Utah professor whose research includes studies into how plant life affects humans in interurban populations. A key theme of her presentation was how we can all be more sustainable in our own lives, as well as how we can help the people around us in our own fields. She talked a lot about her work within the field of sustainability, including implementing programs in prisons which have prisoners grow moss to help alleviate the pressure of old-growth forests. After Professor Nadkarni's presentation, conversations between attendees were encouraged, with each table having a different theme. These discussions were led by peer mentors who were experts in the field that they represented. Brenda Bowen, a professor in the geology department and the associate director of the Global Change and Sustainability Center here on campus, was leading her table, which had the theme of science.
Tonight I was a mentor at the science table. So I'm a geologist. I study earth systems related to energy, water, climate change, resource management. And so was there at the table with students from different science fields, health, biology, chemistry, and really it was pretty inspiring to hear their stories and their interests and their passion and why they're here. This whole evening was very inspiring. We're asking questions about why aren't scientists more engaged in public conversations. Being at the science table, we were focused on what's the role of science in the sustainability conversation. You hear that policymakers have science advisors, but then why are they making ill-informed policy decisions that don't seem to jive with what you know about the science? And so where's that disconnect between science understanding and then value that goes into policy and decision making? So we had some conversation about that. We had a lot of conversations about where the various participants at the table sort of want to see their careers go, and they were asking Nalini and I, who were both at the same table, questions about how did we go from being scientists to being these sort of advocates and folks communicating and working across disciplines in different ways, and at what point in your career do you make that choice, and what kind of science background do you need to have to then move forward beyond that.
This is exactly what Jai Hamid Bashir was envisioning when she created the series last year, and what Austin Holmes wanted to expand in this year's event. While thinking of ways to bring sustainability to the common people, Jai thought of a simple solution.
Where that just clicked in my head and I said, mentorship, that's the answer. So the first thing we hoped to combat was to create a space, create an avenue, create a time for people to meet and who are from different walks of life, who are from different matrices of identities, to meet with people who are already successful and say, hey, that person looks like me, or that person is not what I usually stereotype as someone who cares about environmental concerns. I can be that too. So it's about role modeling and it's about mentorship. The second thing is that I really believe that sustainability answers of global uncertainty are going to come from multidisciplinary tactics. They're not going to be about just like people who study environmental studies caring about this. It's going to be about people who study everything from finance to health. So the idea is to get people from different disciplines to realize that sustainability is pertinent to their discipline, and there are people who are already working on it within their discipline. So that's why we have all these different tables that are arranged by discipline.
Despite it only being in its second year, Jai and Austin are happy with how big the dinner was and hope that it only gets bigger in the future.
I think we want this event to accomplish the same thing it's accomplishing, now, that it has accomplished, just on larger scales.
Yeah.
I think that this is one of the very few, if not only, events that I know of that you can go to and sit down with professional mentors from the faculty and community in a space and have conversations with them and build relationships with them and get these opportunities started. And the more this event grows, the more these opportunities are going to start to bloom.
For more information about sustainability or to get involved with their cause, you can visit www.sustainability.utah.edu.